Hello YouTube, it's BirdoPrey5, and this is my live review of The Twilight Zone 2019, Season 1, Episode 9, The Blue Scorpion. And this is a gun episode. We saw in the previews last week, a man gets a gun. The gun seems to drive the man crazy, and his father apparently took his life with this gun, and I am assuming he's going to take his life with the gun, and we'll see what happens. So, get ready. This is CBS All Access presents Jordan Peele, 2019 version of The Twilight Zone. I'm hitting play now. Yes, CBS All Access Original. Okay, got some music playing, got a sun coming through a window on a house. There's stuff. It's an old answering machine. There's a music festival banner up on the wall. An old television, like a 1970s television. Old lamps. This is definitely an old person's house. Oh, a lot of music posters. Like okay, we got a guy coming in, talking on a cell phone and yelling for his dad. I mean, looking at the age of this guy, his dad's got to be 80? I don't know. Okay, the guy is talking to his wife, I think, on the phone. He's talking about couples therapy and arbitration. He's not being nice to her. He's saying, will you listen? Will you listen for a minute? He can't afford to go down the divorce attorney route. Oh, so it's not good. And now he just came down the hallway and sees his dad. And he says the F word, because it's the Twilight Zone 2019. Another F word. FF. Oh my God. FFF. Wow. The most F's in the soonest time. He calls, I guess, 911 crying, saying, it's my father. Room, he shot himself. And now we see a body with just its legs sticking out. We saw a bullet with a name on it, and the name disappeared. Okay, so the police are now come, and they're saying that they have to investigate this, and they're showing a gun to the man, and they're asking if it belonged to his father. And is it registered to him? We see a fancy gun. The gun has a blue scorpion on the handle, which is the title of this episode. Now the son is saying his father hates guns. He was a lifelong hippie. It couldn't have been his father's gun. So the cop is asking if his father was sick, if he had Alzheimer's. The son is saying, he basically shot himself in front of me, and the cop said no, it happened last night. And now the son is saying, I said basically. Oh, he's throwing into cop. He's saying basically. I said basically, not absolutely. Absolutely isn't the opposite of basically. Anyway, the cop said he found a note, so he's showing the note to the son. And the note says, I love him more than you. Period. Very neat handwriting. I love him more than you. So now the cop takes the note back. Of course, the cop and the gun are in evidence bags. So Jordan Peele came on to say that this guy's name is Professor Jeffrey Stark, and that he's a professor of anthropology, and he doesn't know himself very well. And now he's a scientist about to embark on the darkest research project yet. And his conclusion lies between the barrel of a gun and the outer regions of the Twilight Zone. And we've got the Twilight Zone intro, which, once again, I will say, is the best thing about the 2019 version of the Twilight Zone. They did the introduction quite well. I wish I could say they did other things quite well, but we are 9 episodes into a 10-episode season, and there's been one not terrible episode so far. Okay, so the Blue Scorpion. We're back at the father's house. Music is playing. Guy is walking around. He sees an old guitar. Oh, his father was a hippie. Okay, now we're at the funeral ceremony. The son is talking about how his dad jammed with the Grateful Dead and did sound checks before some music festival. He led a pretty interesting life. Skipped up to Canada with Neil Young to avoid the Vietnam draft. His father played in Cuba in '69 at Havana, and Billy Joel, Stephen Stills, met his mother on the March to Montgomery. He dragged us all the way here from Ireland. Well, this guy did have an Irish accent. Never looked back. The father never got divorced, never went bankrupt, never went unloved. Yeah, that bankrupt, we know what that was a response to. And now this one's like, did it not turn out as he wanted? With a lake behind him, I guess they're going to scatter the ashes in the lake. Oh, and now he asks himself, who did you love more than me? But nobody could hear him. He asked that to the lake. Okay, so now the son is going through the father's house. He's got a tie-dye t-shirt on, and he finds a safe. There's a safe in his father's bedroom closet. It's a weird-looking safe. It's got a fancy picture on it, and he opens it. Oh, there's no combination to this safe. It's one of those safes you don't need a combination to. He just turns the handle, it opens. There's a light inside the safe. The safe has an internal light, and there's a heart-shaped box in like red velvet all around it. He pulls out the heart-shaped box, and I'm guessing, yes, has to be the gun. The gun is in the heart-shaped box. The cover isn't coming off. He has to twist the cover. The cover kind of spins away. He passed the test. He passed test number 1. Okay, and oh, it's not the gun because the cops have the gun. It's bullets. He pulls out a bullet, and he's twisting it around. He's looking in his hand at the bullet, and the bullet has his name. The bullet says Jeff, and another F-bomb. Well, I guess if I saw my name on a bullet in my dad's gun collection, I'd say F2. Also, apparently, I don't know if they're bullet holes or what, but there's holes in this heart. The guy put the heart back away, and he knew how to shut off the light in the safe. I guess he knew about the safe before, but he just touched the light and it went off. So he's now walking to work, and apparently everybody's saying Jeff, but they're not saying Jeff to him. Like everybody in the world is named Jeff, even a dog. Even a dog named Jeff. So he kind of just shakes it off. I guess he realizes Jeff could be anyone. It doesn't mean it was him. So he's driving. It's nighttime. He just shut off the car. He's getting out of the car. He doesn't let the door slam. He quietly closes the car door. He's walking to a decent-sized home. He's got keys jingling. So I'm guessing this is the wife's home. Well, it's probably both their homes, but the way he's sneaking in, he doesn't seem like he lives there. Let's just say that. He didn't break anything, but I don't think he's supposed to be there. He gets to the table and he's looking through mail. It's dark. Lights are off. A woman comes up with a gun and yells, "Get out of my house." And she's yelling. She's like, you scared the shit out of me, Jesus, Jeff, and a couple of F-bombs. And she doesn't know how to use the gun. She's wildly moving the gun around, saying she doesn't know how to use the gun. The safety thing, she's asking Jeff, does he know how to use the gun? And Jeff's like, why do you have a gun? She's like, there were home invasions, and she lives alone now. So there were home invasions a couple of blocks over. And she gave Jeff a box and said the police delivered it early this morning. And Jeff is saying, it's probably my dad's gun. And the wife is saying, it's probably worth something. And Jeff is saying, I'm not going to get rich off my dad's suicide. And the wife is saying, you're going to need the money. I got an attorney. He didn't want her to get an attorney. And she's like, I got an attorney. He'll contact you. Jeff is saying he were okay with going to couples therapy. He's like, what the F? The wife says, I've fallen in love with another man. Also named Jeff. She fell in love with another Jeff. Now he's wondering, was that bullet meant for other Jeff? The bullet's going to end up in a Jeff by the end of the episode. Which Jeff? Okay, so he's back at his dad's house, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, I guess it's his dad and his house. Maybe they're living there together. He takes the gun out of the police bag. I guess the police return the gun to him. He's looking at it. It's a beautiful gun. But he's staring at it. He's even looking down the barrel a little. Now he's looking at that blue scorpion on the grip. Okay, takes the clip out. Obviously, the police didn't return it with any bullets in it. I hope not. He drops the clip because I don't know why. Dramatic. Music is playing in the background. Oh, they also have the note, the I love him more than you note in the box. So he takes that out of the evidence bag. And the music is saying, let's live just for now, pretend all, and am I him, he asks. He's asking, am I him or am I you? He just called gunsuperstore.com. He's looking to get rid of a gun. And they ask him, does he have the paperwork? He's like, I don't know anything about guns. It seems old, so the guy asks for the serial number, which of course would be useful without a model, meaning not. Oh, and the serial number is 1015-59. 1015 being the number of the flight from Terror at 30,000 feet, and it was in last week's episode too. Oh, they're saying this was Che Guevara's gun. It dates back from Cuba in 1952. The gun has a legend. It's the Blue Scorpion. The guy knows this gun. It has a legend. The gun, holy crap, the gun finds you, and now the gun shot itself. The gun just went off by itself. It was the only gun ever created in all existence that can be sitting on a table and shoot without anyone pulling the trigger. The guy on the phone is like, Jesus Christ, was there a round in the chamber? The guy's like, I don't know. Anyway, the guy from the gun store said this gun could be worth $50,000. He's saying if he doesn't have a license, he'll have to ship it. And now the guy's saying if you ship it, punch a hole in the box, because the legend is the Blue Scorpion is afraid of the dark. And the guy's name at the superstore is named Bob Jeff. He's like, did you just say Jeff? So now the guy puts the gun back in the safe, and the light is off, but before he closes the door, he turns the light on. And the door won't close. The door won't close. I mean, it's like 6 inches away from closing. It's not close. And scene end commercial. So now he he's at school, and there's a student talking to him, I guess, and he's asking to remind him what a research project is. And a female student is saying this research project is messing with her head. It's on animism. And the animism is a belief that there's a spirit in everything, even inanimate objects. And he says he knows what it is. The student is saying nothing is talking to her, but she thinks her shoes and her hats and her toothbrush are alive. They're friends. Meanwhile, there's some guy outside his office trying to get Jeff's attention. And he keeps trying to look at her. And the student asked, is this normal? Do you think that? And he said, no, and you shouldn't think this either. And now he's talking academic talk about, this is more anthropomorphism, given human qualities to inanimate objects. And now there's a phone. He's getting a phone call. The student, there's a guy at the door, and the student just keeps babbling on about how she's afraid that her shoes get lonely if she doesn't leave them. Like the student is batshit crazy. Send her to get professional help. And she's afraid she leaves the light on in a dorm room because she's afraid her stuff are afraid of the dark. Just because of the project, and she wants to change the project. He said it was too late in the term to change the project, but she kept persisting, and he said, fine, change the project. And the guy at the door now was Anne's attorney. Anne's attorney came to see him in person. And his name is Jeff too, and there was another F-bomb. And he's like, oh, we can begin negotiations on a common term because we're both named Jeff. So Jeff, the teacher, is asking him to please leave. It is a bad time. The father just passed away. The estate is effed up. Maybe we can do this another day. And the attorney says, well, if the estate was left to you, half of it now belongs to Anna. And Jeff saying, I can make all your troubles go away. You have my card. And he slams the door in his face. And I couldn't see the full address, but I bet 1015's in it. And Jeff is holding the bullet that says Jeff. Or he was reminiscing about holding the bullet that says Jeff. So now is Jeff meant for the lawyer? Oh, it's Jeff from the gun store again calling. And the gun store guy's like, there's only been 7 owners of the Blue Scorpion. Or he's got people willing to lay down $100,000 for the Blue Scorpion. It'll make all our dreams come true if you sell it to me. So he's back home, or at his dad's house, wherever it is. Where he's living, we'll say that. He's on the couch. On a recliner, excuse me. Listening to music. Oh, he was smoking the reefer. Yep. Got his dad's stash, probably. He decided he's a guitar hero, guitar legend. He picked up a guitar. He's playing it almost as good as I do. He's jamming to this band, I guess, like his dad did. I don't know the name of the music. I'm not good with that stuff. Okay, so he's coming back for the gun. He's in the dad's bedroom. He's opening the safe, which I guess got closed at some point, even though last time we saw it, the door wouldn't close. So he gets the heart out, sits on dad's bed, opens the case, and he's looking at the gun that shoots itself, the only gun in existence that can shoot itself. Okay, he's looking at it, he's admiring it, He's putting the clip in. He's playing with it. Oh, he locked the clip in. He's feeling the power. Oh, he cocked it. He cocked it. That's it. The toxic masculinity has got into him. He's a gun owner now. He's going out and he's voting Trump. He's changing. I'm kidding. He's not changing his political affiliation, but you can tell it's rubbed off on him. Just touching the gun has made him a terrible human being. Okay, so the record stopped playing. So he takes the record off the phone. Oh, he shut the light off in his dad's bedroom, and the light turned itself back on. And he asks Dad. No, Dad's not in that bedroom. So he is slowly walking back to the bedroom where the light was just off. And you hear, like, birds chirping, which is kind of weird to hear in an indoor scene. Maybe those are birds outside. No, it's coming through the headphones. Oh, shit, the gun is on the bed. The gun has jumped out of the box, out of the safe, and on the bed. Oh, he says it's because he's so effing high. Of course, he uses the real F word. And what? Ingulio what? Oh, some Cuban guy is there. An old Cuban guy, and I won't pretend to pronounce his name. He says, you're from the gun dealer guy. He said your name. Oh, it was the first owner of the gun. He said, the Blue Scorpion loves you more than anyone. It only asks one thing in return. Light. It needs light. It's afraid of the dark. I apologize for the accent attempt. And the guy disappears. So yes, I guess he was high. Commercial break. So he's at the gun shop, I guess. He walks into there's guns on the door. So he's walking. Let's see, is the gun owner gonna jump out at him and say, hey, where's that gun? And he says, hello. The guy says, good afternoon. I'd like to, and he's saying it quietly. I don't have a lot of experience with this. Oh, he's asking if he wants to rent a gun. And he's saying, no, I have a gun. Oh, it's a range. It's a gun range. The guy wants to inspect the gun to make sure it's safe to fire on the range. So the guy opens the heart case, and the guy's looking at it. It looks nice. A woman comes up, an employee. She was about to lift it out of the case, and he says, no, please, no. And the guy said, have you ever fired it before? He said, no. And he says, no, but I just need to fire it one time. And the guy behind the counter asks, why? He's like, because I want to sell it. And he says, well, why do you need to fire it? Why don't you just sell it? And he's saying he really just needs to fire the gun to destroy a bullet. Because firing the gun will destroy the bullet. And he's saying he'll feel much better once he gets rid of this bullet. And he shows them the bullet, and it's just a plain bullet. So I guess only he can see the name. And now he's talking about how he's been bumping into everybody who's been named Jeff ever since he got the gun. And he knows it sounds crazy, but it's just not right. And his name is Jeff. The gun range owner's name is Jeff, too. So, wow, a lot of Jeffs in this episode. So he's only here to shoot one round. So I guess once he shoots the round, another bullet named Jeff will appear, because these are magic bullets. We're seeing Jeff on the bullet. He's putting the bullet into the clip. Okay. And now he's putting a second bullet. Now he's putting a third bullet. He's got 3 bullets in the clip. He cocks it. He puts on his shooting glasses and his ear protection, muffles. And he's like hitting them to the side like he knows what he's doing. He picks up the gun. He's looking around. He pulls it back again. I thought he did that once already, but whatever. Okay, he's getting his shoulders ready. Aims and fires. And he's like, wow, it's quite the... And he's like, okay. Now he's taking his jacket off. He only put 3 bullets in. He's rolling up his sleeves. He's in a shirt and tie, mind you. Now, okay, so now he's bracing his hand with the other hand, taking a more professional shot. 2 shots. He did a double shot. So that should be all. Okay, a 4th shot. There were only 3 bullets we saw him put in the gun. Oh, now he's shooting sideways like a gangster. Now he's shooting behind his back. He's playing with the gun. There's been 6, 7, 8 shots now. I guess he's put in more bullets they've done off camera. He's shot at least 10 times already. And now the gun is clicking. He's out of bullets. But the magic bullet, it's still in the gun. Even though, it was hot. He was hot to the touch. But he pulls out the bullet and it still has his name on it, Jeff. And he talks to the bullet and says, "You'd never hurt me." And now there's upbeat music. And he's in his office again. He seems happy. He's at his office at school. He closes the door behind him so no pesky students come in. And he brought the gun to school. And what's he doing? Oh, he's going to put the gun into his desk drawer. And he put a piece of fabric down so the gun is nice and comfortable. And, he's closing the gun into a completely dark drawer. The gun only wants light, Jeff. Why are you putting the gun in a dark drawer? Oh, he's pulling out of his backpack. Oh, a flashlight. He puts a flash. Okay, well, at least you thought ahead. So the gun is in the drawer with a flashlight that will last about 2 hours. And he's calling in the first student. Now Jeff is sitting behind a table, twisting, playing with the bullet in his fingers. And it's the attorney's office. So Jeff is meeting with the wife's attorney face to face. And now he's putting his book bag with the gun in it on the table. Oh, it's not only Jeff and not only the attorney, but the wife, her new boyfriend. And so there's 3 Jeffs in the room. Jeff, the star, Jeff, the wife's boyfriend, and Jeff, the attorney. And Jeff is laughing. The wife didn't hug him or do anything. Now the attorney is asking him, "Are you sure you want to go over this without your own lawyer?" He's saying he's comfortable. He's saying he's at peace. He's tranquil. Because you see, I also have a friend who's going to help me. He's like talking like a crazy person. He's going to make all my troubles disappear. And he takes a notepad out of the book bag. He's saying, "So should we get started, Jeff? I've been looking through this." He's like, "Let's break down the assets. And, now they're yelling. Apparently the wife wants to take his dad's bass guitar. And he's like, "No, what are you, crazy? My dad's bass? It's sentimental. I can't get rid of it." And the wife's attorney says, "We're not looking to take it. It's hers. It's half hers. New York is a equal distribution state." And Jeff is yelling at his wife and said, "Will you leave me the guitar? Just leave me the bass. Please, will you do that for me?" And Jeff, the lawyer, has called in security. And security is pulling... The guy didn't do anything. He raised his voice, and security is physically pulling the other Jeff out of the room, who just got himself free about security. And now Jeff is screaming at his ex-wife, saying, just take it all, you can have everything but the blue scorpion. And now they're asking him to please leave, and he's leaving. He's holding the book bag. He's gone to the elevator. And now Jeff tells the wife, I loved him more than I ever loved you. And the wife and her boyfriend are looking at him. Jeff is kind of having a little bit of a meltdown. He was having such a good day. Okay, back at the dad's house, listening to music, lying on the couch again. The phone is ringing again. It's probably the gun dealer. Yep, it's Bob Jeff from the gun shop. It's so late. He's like, no one will love the blue scorpion more than me, but Jeff is saying he's not interested in selling. Bob Jeff is begging him to sell it. He's saying, sir, I'm begging you, please don't hang up. But Jeff throws the phone across the way, and Bob Jeff on the phone says, well, you sound busy, I'll check with you tomorrow. But Jeff is saying he'll never sell the gun, and Jeff just reached under the pillow and pulled the gun out. He was sleeping with the gun under the pillow. Did he have a flashlight under the pillow? Because I don't think so. And now Jeff is aiming the gun at various things around the house and pulling the trigger. Because that's what gun owners do, Jeff Peele. Jordan Peele knows what gun owners are like. And he knows that gun owners walk around their house pretending to shoot at things and pulling the trigger. Pointing at lamps, pointing at furniture. What else? What's he pointing out now? Oh, he's moving it. He's playing with it like he's all gangster or something. Or a good shot. You know, like you would see in a show, not like an actual gun. Oh, now he's aiming the gun out the window. That's smart, Jeff. You gotta ask yourself, did I take 6 shots or only 5? Good reference, Jeff. You're a good guy. Oh, now he sees the window. He's looking out the window, and there's an old man in a backyard. There's an old man in the other. He's not in Jeff's backyard. He's in his own yard, and Jeff is aiming the gun through the window at this innocent old man. Is the gun going to shoot? Is that guy named Jeff too? No. The old man walks away. He never knows that any of this has happened. Mind you, it's the middle of the night. Jeff is holding the gun, and it's like the gun is pulling Jeff's hand over, and it pulled him to the mirror. So Jeff was aiming at the mirror. And now Jeff is holding the gun up to the mirror. And he was seeing himself in the mirror. The gun wants Jeff to shoot himself. So now we cut to Jeff in the car. Oh, he's stalking his ex-wife or soon-to-be ex-wife. And he's sitting in the car in front of their house. He's looking up at their open window, and of course her and her boyfriend are in the bedroom, and he can see them, being physical. He pulls the blue scorpion out of his bag that has a flashlight in it. So is Jeff going to go hunting? He's making sure his bullet is in the gun. He sees other Jeff at the window. Well, Jeff, I don't think you can shoot him from across the street with a pistol. I don't think you're that particularly good at the range. You had a decent shot or two, but you're not going across the street and up a story. You're just not going to shoot him through the window. Oh, they finally closed the curtains. Ah, shit! Somebody just bashed in the window. He's being carjacked. But he's got the gun out. So he's going to shoot the carjacker, is he? No, he puts the gun on the dashboard to fight off the carjacker with his hand. And now somebody's looking out the window. The boyfriend is looking out the window at the struggle because they're screaming in the street. The gun is on the dashboard, and Jeff is losing the fight. Oh, the gun shot itself again. The gun shot itself again, and of course it shot the carjacker. Jeff is absolutely fine, but the gun on the dashboard shot itself and bam, right into the carjacker. Looked like he got it right in the chest. So the carjacker is down, not moving on the floor. Jeff is picking up the gun and getting out of the car. Jeff, I suggest you put the gun on the ground. Oh, the cops are coming. The cops are coming, and Jeff is holding the gun. Jeff, you want to put the gun down, Jeff. Put the gun down. The police are there. And the police are yelling for him to drop the gun. Drop the effing gun. Drop it now. And they're telling him to get on the ground. Get on the ground now. And hands where I can see him. No. So the police are coming. They push the gun away with their foot. And the cop is saying, this guy is 10-100. He matches the description. The dead guy. Barrett. Barrett's the last name. This is the guy. And Jeff asks, is his first name Jeff? And the cop says, yeah, why, do you know him? And he's smiling. He's like, no, I don't know him. So the cop again picks up his gun, the Blue Scorpion, and they're taking it away for evidence. And so the cop wants to know what happened here. And finally, Jeff sees the bullet casing that had Jeff on it. Oh, okay, I got to pause it here for a quick sec. Okay, I won't pause it, but basically there was a newspaper article that says hero professor catches home invader. Captures home invader. He didn't capture him, he killed him. Oh, so now they're at the lawyer's office, and now he's happy, the wife is happy, the ex-wife is hugging him, and the lawyer said, your ex-wife is so happy that you were outside her house to protect them. Really? The ex-wife thinks that he was outside the house to protect them? And so the ex-wife agreed to an equitable split. And now he's at his job and he just got offered a promotion. He became chair of the department. He's so happy. And now the police came to return the gun. The police came to return the gun. He was just having such a great day. And now he's all upset again, or the music turns sad. He's looking at the gun. Now this is the gun that made him a hero. This is the gun that made him a hero. Why would he be upset? I mean, what's the lesson here? Get a gun, the gun shoots bad people, and you become a hero? Okay, so Jeff went to the lake, and he threw his gun, got to be 20 or 30 feet out into the lake. The Blue Scorpion has sunk to the bottom of the lake, and Jeff is walking away. So now 2 kids are coming with fishing poles down the lake. So I'm guessing one of these kids is going to reel in the gun. And let me guess, one of his kids is named Jeff. They got the fishing poles out. Oh, one kid is running down. He's running to... the gun is on the shore of the lake. And the kid's yelling to his other friend to come over. He said, look what I found, look what I saw, look what I got. Oh, and the other kid sees a bullet on the bullet washed up 20 feet away from the gun. And the bullet's name is Kyle. And the kid's name is Kyle. He says, check out the name on this bullet. It's Kyle. And he shows it to his friend. Now his friend doesn't see the bullet, doesn't see a name on the bullet, and just says whatever. So only Kyle sees his name. So his friend is like, oh, let's load the gun. So the friend puts the bullet into the gun. He's aiming the gun at Kyle. He's pretending that he's a police officer and that Kyle has to put his arms behind his back. And now Kyle's holding the gun. And Jordan Peele came on and said, human beings have a funny way of treating items like human beings. But today, as long as we value items more than human beings, tragedy will forever be manufactured in the Twilight Zone? End of episode? On the next Twilight Zone? What the hell was this? What the hell is this next? And what is Seth Rogen on the next episode? Okay, so next episode has Seth Rogen. It's called Blurry Man. And that's going to be the series finale. But we got to get back to Jeff. So Jeff threw away the gun, and a kid picked it up. The gun magically reappeared. The gun has magic powers. The gun magically reappeared on the shores of a lake after being thrown 30 feet, 40 feet into a lake. And the bullet, I guess, came out of the gun, ended up separately on the shore of the lake, and they were both found by kids. Crazy. Crazy stuff. Yes, this is the upcoming episode, is the season finale. And wow, it is. I honestly, I was half looking at at what was coming up next week. I can't tell what the hell it's about. So at least they didn't give anything away. Only I can tell Seth Rogen is a writer of some sort. Other than that, not much to worry about. Now, I'm kind of curious what was in that newspaper article. So I don't understand. I honestly don't understand what is the lesson of this episode. Because I know Jordan Peele is anti-gun. But the lesson of this episode is that guns are smarter than people, and that you only need to own a gun, and the gun will only kill bad people. Because let's face it, this guy, and furthermore, you own a gun, and all your dreams in life come true. He got a promotion. His wife still divorced him, but it was a very happy divorce. He got to keep most of his stuff. He became a hero. I mean, this is some mixed messages here. Is this a pro-gun episode? But at the end, he still throws the gun away. Why would you throw the gun away? The gun saved your life. The gun saved your life. Okay, here is the newspaper article. Frickin' CBS All Access. Of course, you can't pause it. It shrinks the video. So, well, let me go back. And I'll have to print screen to read the article. Let's see what this newspaper article says, because it's gonna be rich, I'm sure. Local professor declared hero after capturing serial burglar. Well, A, he's not captured, he's dead. And B, he's not only a burglar, he's a carjacker. Because he smashed in the window of the car knowing Jeff was in there. And he clearly tried to pull Jeff out. And I don't know if he was going to kill Jeff or what, but this wasn't a guy. He just happened to be doing home invasions and carjackings. I guess crime is crime. So sure, if you do home invasions 4 or 5 days a week, 1 day a week you do carjackings. I guess that's par for the course. Okay, so the article says a local professor of anthropology, Jeffrey Stork, was declared a hero yesterday after helping the authorities capture an elusive burglar who had been targeting a Rochester suburb for weeks with a string of hot prowl home invasions. Stork, 43, man, he looked older than 43, spotted the man outside a residential home in late hours of the night of, and I can't read the rest. We got to go over to the second column. He was a good guy with a gun. Oh, he was a good guy with a gun in the right place at the right time, said Police Officer Stewart in a statement yesterday to the Examiner. We're very grateful Professor Stork had a firearm and was able to protect him and, it looks like, in the neighborhood that was being terrorized for weeks on end. Local residents called and it cuts off. I'm guessing it's saying local residents is going to call him the professor a hero or something. So, a good guy with a gun at the right time. So what is this? If good guys with guns, it's not the people who are good, it's the gun. The gun itself has a soul, and the gun makes the moral decision whether or not to shoot. So you know what? I don't know why Jordan Peele's so anti-gun. Maybe guns do kill people. That's it. That's what this Twilight Zone's trying to get us to remember. All the conservatives who say guns don't kill people, people kill people. Jordan Peele, you're right, Jordan. You showed me the light again, Jordan. Thank goodness. Jordan Peele, thank you. You're right. Guns do kill people. People don't kill people. Guns kill people. The Blue Scorpion, owned by Guy Guevara, whatever the hell his commie name is. His gun. Maybe it's only commie guns. Maybe only communist guns make the decision on who to shoot. Maybe that's it. Maybe if you're gonna own a gun owned by a commie. It will only shoot the bad people. Well, this was a hot mess of an episode. I mean, okay, it wasn't predictable. I will give you that. I honestly thought Jeff was going to end up shooting himself somehow. The bunch of Jeffs I did not see coming. I'm not saying it was interesting, but I didn't see it coming. The kids at the end, like, you know something. Now, see, I don't know. Are we supposed to think Kyle's going to get shot with the gun? Or is the gun going to make Kyle a hero? Is it going to be Kyle, 10-year-old, saves family when he picks up, who shoots home intruder with handgun that he found in a lake? I don't know, because it could go either way. Jordan Peele is trying to make it sound like the gun is bad, but what we saw in the episode, the gun did nothing wrong. I mean, maybe it killed the father, but maybe the father was an asshole. Maybe the father was, diddling little kids or something. We don't know. Because the gun only seemed to kill bad people. Maybe the father, wasn't all that good of a guy. Or maybe he had some type of serious disease and it was a mercy killing. He wanted to die. So, I don't know. I don't know how to feel. This episode is like, wow. There's nothing. This was crap. I'm going to rate this episode 2. 2 out of 10. Twice as good as last week's. Still terrible. So that's it for this week. Next week we'll check out The Blurry Man, the season finale. Please remember to like, comment, subscribe. Check out BirdoPrey5.com. Little contest I'm running. One of the links on BirdoPrey5.com will link to a website that will have instructions on how you can win a prize. Actually, 2 prizes. So check out those links, and if you're interested, you could get something from me in the mail. Well, shipped somehow. I don't know if it'll be U.S. mail, but anywhere in the world, I will try to ship it. If I can get it for less than $50 to you, and I probably can, I'll get it to you if you are interested. So check out those links, BirdoPrey5.com. Qapla! Thank you all for watching my video. Please remember to comment, like, and subscribe. And don't forget to hit that bell icon. Without it, you won't get notifications of new videos. Check out BirdoPrey5.com, the new home of everything BirdoPrey5 on the web. You can also check out my forum at juot.net. I'm also on social media, on Facebook, Twitter, and Gab. If you'd like to make a donation, check out paypal.me/BirdoPrey5 or on birdoprey5.com. Take care.